Hey everybody, sorry about this lighting. This lighting is going to be terrible. Maybe I can push this into some shade over here, but I just wanted to show you some of this cart here, what I got. Exclude those branches there. Um, that's going to be for decoration for the front porch and some planters for the Christmas season, but here we have some plants, and outside of those branches, these plants are all 75% off, and I think we're looking at something. What I tried to calculate before I put this on the cart was that they were going to be for around 125 for the total of the cart. So looking at the cart, we have those 3 needlepoint hollies that we have here. We're also getting a tiny tower arborvitae, so that's going to be $10. And we're looking at Dwarf Mugo pine. I did get one the other week, but at $10 I'm going to get one more. They do have several left. We're getting some waxleaf ligustrum there, 2 of those, so that would be 2 for $13. And we're going to get, I think I have 3 or 4, maybe 4 of these on the cart. So hothead arborvitae, so 4 of these, and here's what that plant looks like. If I can zoom out a little bit, that is $27, so at 75% off for the price of one, basically. And what else do we have here? We have the golden charm thread branch cypress. It looks similar to the false mop cypress from what I'm looking at the picture and looking at the plant. The growth habit might be a little bit thicker or just different. Maybe, I'm sure it's something to do with the circumstance of how it grows or how big it gets or how smaller it gets compared to the false mop cypress. So yeah, looking at that, they didn't have 4. I would have gotten 4, so 3 of these. So each one is about $4.50, so $4.50 times 3, it's about $13.50 for 3 of those. Then we're getting an elderberry. I always wanted one of these. It's a black lace elderberry, so $25 the normal price, so 75% off. We're looking at about $6.75 for that, and it's a good size elderberry, you know, getting into a bush, a shrub. So I haven't had one of those to grow yet, but familiar with pictures from Google. And yeah, just circling back around, here's some more of those cypresses there, and the rest of the needlepoint hollies, and one more Japanese anise here. So that's going to be, let's see, half of that is $13.50, so half of 13, $6.75 for that. So like I said, I think the total, I mean, you can add it up, but I think unless I left something out, that we're looking at around $125 before tax. It's a good heaping pile of plants on that cart. It's actually too full. I try to fill up the cart to see how much I can get. I want to stay under 100, but you know, I keep adding. There's still some more plants out here that are on clearance, and actually I'm wanting to get one of these Japanese yews here. So this is a dense spreading yew, so $43 normally, so you know, a quarter of that, we're looking at about $11.75, I think, if my math is right. No, $10.75, I'm sorry, somewhere around that. That's what we're looking at for the price of one of those. They have several of them, but just set that on the rack, but I am going to purchase that. They did have these wonderful emerald spreader Japanese yews, so a little bit more pricier. They only have 4 of these, and I think I've got one of these from a local nursery a couple years ago, so I think I had one already planted. If not, I would be definitely getting one of these because it's a beautiful plant. I like the way this spreads. It's going to be 3 feet tall by 10 feet wide naturally, but this one's going to get more of an upright feel, 4 feet tall, so a foot taller, and then about 2 feet narrower, so more of a taller hedge feel for it if you wanted to grow them together. I think I'm just going to plant one individually in the spot of a plant that died on me, so that's what that's going to be used for. But a lot of these plants, I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. I actually probably going to use most of these plants, well, I wouldn't say most of these plants at home. I might actually do a project for a friend, so we'll see what I use here, because I did buy a lot of plants from the last couple weeks when I thought, you know, I could definitely get my money back at 75% off, but with 50% off, it was still a bargain, still a deal. The plants were healthy. These are obviously healthy for 75% off, and it's early Friday, not too early actually, it's Friday afternoon. Friday evening has not hit yet, but it's getting there. Or has it? Actually, it's 4 o'clock, so people must be picking up kids from school. So I'm surprised at actually what's left on such a decent day in the afternoon. But yeah, I'm glad to show y'all what's left at 75% off. Actually, at the other Lowe's I was at first, I didn't get it, but they had a few Japanese maples that would have been around 30 bucks or so after the 75% off. So, you know, definitely check out your Lowe's and see what they have. But, you know, this happens every year. So usually beginning of November, sometime within the first week or two, things are definitely 75% off. So everybody, thank you once again. Peace and love.